following video contains spoilers. If you are playing or intend on playing the Outskirts of Sanity 2 and do not wish to receive spoilers, then please do not watch this video. Thank you. What's going on, everybody? I am Pjaypit and welcome to my developer commentary for the Outskirts of Sanity 2. This is a CTM map that I have created, and I've been looking forward to doing this developer commentary for a while, getting to talk about the map, doing one final test for it, because this map is still in beta, so I'm still looking for, not only for other people to help me test, but doing a bit of final testing myself in the form of a DevCom. So I'm gonna read most of these signs. None of it's too important, but this spawning area, it's basically just the spawning blocks of the map, so that you're not supposed to break any blocks, especially glowstone, things like that. You can't take anything with you. That's really all the gist of this. And make sure you're not on peaceful. I was on peaceful, I guess, from last time I was finishing up the map. Death counter, I'll be using it. I'm not really so concerned about having the best CTM playthrough, the best gameplay. I'm gonna try to be focusing on actual commentary on the map and things of that nature instead of more of the CTM playing. So that's what I'm gonna try to focus on. I'm not really concerned about how many times I die or whatever, but yeah, so here we go. I've read all the signs, and I'm ready to go. So, once it teleports me here, this is the starting area once it all loads in. This is the starting area of the map. A little bit of loading troubles. I'm going to make sure I'm on, I think my settings are good. I want to do 16 chunks. I have not, in all the times I've been making the map and testing it and everything, I've not had problems with lag. People have told me in the recent release that one or two areas have caused them lag, and I'm not really sure what the problem with that is. I'm sure I'm gonna look into it whenever I get to those areas in the DevCom. But I think I'm safe to use 16 chunks. I'm doing fine right now, and plus I can get the entire scenery. I'm gonna make a confession with these mountains. I made this entire area, which I think it looks okay. Basically, I'm on the top of a center peak, surrounded by a range of mountains. I think this looks realistic as far as mountains. I mean, sort of, but I actually didn't know that you could drag in MC Edit, like drag an entire mountain across to make it more of a consistent set of individual peaks. And I don't think the individual peaks look bad, but I think that might have been something I could have tried here. And if I would have known that, I would have gone back and I would have done that from the beginning. But I really wasn't too bothered to redo this entire area just to put an even mountain instead of various peaks, which I think this is realistic because there's various peaks in mountains in real life too. So I don't want to talk too much. It's going to be nighttime coming up in a decent amount of time. So the basic CTM rules, I'm pretty sure most people who are watching this are going to know what the basic CTM rules are. So I'm not even going to bother reading these. All the loot in my maps is hand placed. So chests are going to be custom loot. I know some map makers in certain maps like Vex uses random loot generated by a formula in like Inferno Mines, and I think some of his other maps. But all mine is hand placed, so I guess that's kind of good. And then let's see, I put in a couple additional rules. No going into the Nether. There's no need to go to the Nether. It's not really. There's no point to it in this map. And you may not use invisibility potions. I think they're really cheap for certain areas because you can just drink one and you can literally walk through the area just untouched. And so I just kind of made that a rule. And then the last one is Bedrock Fog, because there are certain areas that depend on Bedrock Fog to up the difficulty. So yeah, here's my intro book. Really simple. Basically just saying this is a beta map. So if you guys could give me comment on the forums and feedback and things, I would really appreciate it. Other than that, basically just says enjoy the map. So I think that's it. I think I'm ready to start. The basic starting weapon I gave was a stone axe. It's pretty good. Unbreaking and efficiency. A little bit of food starting off. These blocks will come in handy, and ladders just in case, and some torches. I think I'm also going to take at least this chest. And I'll start off with the stew because my health has gone down a little bit. I don't think I'm really going to need this bowl. So I think I'm ready to go down the mountain. This here, the path to begin your descent. I hope this isn't too hard to notice. I think one or two people, well, one of my friends played at this and said that he couldn't find it or something. I labeled this a little bit better, and it's pretty obvious. So This is how you get down the mountain, and this is basically a winding path around the mountains. These surrounding mountains are off limits. They have no loot or resources anyway. I just kind of wanted to save you the time of exploring them because there's no point, and you're just going to see the ugly scenery on the other side, which is just flat terrain anyway. Okay, so here we're approaching on the first little hidey hole of spawning, and I didn't do anything special. These spawners, they're not probably going to be set off for most players, and even if it was, there's a little bit of a ledge for you to defend from, so not too much of a threat. I didn't want the starting area to be overly difficult in any way, so it really isn't. Continuing down the mountain here, I think, yep, a couple zombies have spawned in here. Looks like just one, actually. I think there's another spawner here. Looks like it's more rotten flesh. That's pretty much it for that. I do know where all the hidden loot and things are. I know where pretty much all of it is, unless there's something that I forgot. So I will be getting most of it. And the loot in this system in this map is really good. I wanted the players to have an easy time grinding for. They wouldn't have to grind for resources in this map, and it'd be pretty easy to get stuff, to make torches, to have food, things like that. So this map, I could describe it as pretty LPer friendly. So and here's the first tree. There's a little bit more wood at the bottom, but this is the first tree that you will find. And as I did in the first Outskirts of Sanity map, I put a chest here with a couple saplings in it. Pretty nice gift there, just so you don't have to wait around for the leaves. And this here is the first custom item of the map. It is Oakley's Oak. It's a reference to Oakley B73, the first LPer I've had on Outskirts of Sanity 1, and my first LPer ever. And I've been friends with him for a while since then, and I've just been subscribed to him and everything. And so I threw a couple references to him in here, considering he was basically my first beta tester, my first LPer, and that's pretty much so. Down here, there's another little path, but nothing's going to spawn. If you're quick with these, they're not going to be a problem to you. They shouldn't be anyway. They're just basically zombie spawners. I think there's another one in here. Yep, not a problem. And I'm not concerned about wasting torches in this because there's so much coal given out in this map. It makes it really easy to resupply on torches. Okay, I think that's light, but just in case. And there's another little tunnel here, so this is just some recessed lighting and a chest. There's an instant health potion, not too good, but some more wood and stone swords. I'll grab. I don't really need these actually. I'll take one just in case for now, but I know I'm getting a better sword pretty soon, so I'll just hang on to that. And down here is another little hidey hole, and here's a chest. I saw Lee's first episode of his LP on this. I would highly recommend checking it out and even watching his first series of the Outskirts of Sanity, because he was pretty entertaining to watch. And he saw this trap. It's really a rudimentary trap. It's just a trap chest that you wouldn't notice because the lock is hidden, but there is a little bit of a trap here. And as you saw there, I stood basically right next to it and only did half a heart of damage. It's more of a scare thing, this one, because there are some heavy traps later on in the map, and this is kind of an early warning that there are traps in this map, and I want more trap heavy than I had in my first map. So that is something that you have to keep an eye out for. So here's a little mini house. There's some food. Oakley was actually smart and checked the furnaces here because in Vex's map, I think it was Legendary. He did a really smart trap where he actually had I think it was falling gravel that he placed an MC edit underneath the furnaces, which were stocked with coal, and there was raw food in a chest right next to it. So if you put it in, it would update the gravel, fall, and basically set off a TNT trap that blew the entire room up and was pretty much a death trap. So I didn't do that here, but that is definitely an evil trap. I think that's all I can get from here. It is starting to become nighttime, which I'm not too worried about. There's a little bit more in this bottom area I do want to explore, but once I explore these ruins in here, I think I'm gonna get some armor and be all right. Some chicken. The food, yeah, I went pretty heavy with the food in the starting area. I was pretty generous. In my last map, the loot wasn't quite as good. There was food problems early on in the map. And, oh, I just got a bow. So I will use that. I'll put this over here. I could destroy these spawners, but I don't think it's really necessary. So there's a little bit of armor to start with. I need boots, but I will get those later. A backup bow. I'll grab the chest as well. And I think I'm going to go over here. I see that skeleton. Might as well just take him out from a distance. A couple mobs are starting to spawn, but there's a lot of space around these mountains for them to spawn. So they're not really going to be a threat in this early area. But there is another chest here, which I could have swore I thought in one of these chests there was a good pickaxe, and Oakley didn't find it, but I might have moved it or something. Maybe I missed it in one of these houses. Because I could have swore I put a pickaxe with like efficiency and unbreaking early in the map. I thought I did. There's a skeleton behind me. I didn't grab it. Oh well. I might have to investigate that because I thought I gave that out, but maybe not. Anyway, I'm gonna go down this little tunnel here as soon as I take out these couple mobs. Okay, and my inventory is starting to fill up. There is a good bit of loot. Coal blocks down here, pretty nice. Skeleton in here. Alright, he didn't do much damage to me because of how close we were. But I'm going to grab these coal blocks because they're going to come in handy later. Ooh. I think there might be a zombie spawner or two in here. There might be... there's no point in breaking it. There we go. I'll break the spawner. Alright, I think there's a couple more coal blocks. There might be 7 or 8 of them in total. I have 6. Yeah, I think there's 7. Alright. I may as well grab a little bit of this wood. Yeah, I mean, most of the stuff like wood and food, leather, even armor, I gave out a lot of in this map because, again, it's some of the things that in CTM maps people often have to grind for and farm monsters and things to get. So I wanted to reduce a lot of that hassle of farming and grinding, which I think in some cases can take the fun out of a CTM map. Not referencing any maps in particular or whatever, but I think sometimes it can kind of ruin the mood of a CTM map if you really want to just play the areas and have fun, and instead you have to wait around farming for resources. It can be kind of annoying. So, I mean, that's one of the things I wanted to reduce in this map. There was a little bit of that in my first one, so I wanted to bring those minutes of farming down. Did these have feather falling? No, but I think I can just jump. I know there are a couple... oh no, I can't do that. There are a couple mobs below me, so I don't want to fight them if I don't have to. And I think that's everything from here. So I'm basically free to run on to the next area. And I'll block this off behind me so that mobs do not follow me. And I think if I stand here, I'm safe from that spawner over there. So let's assess what we have here. Oh, I just realized spiders could get through, but if I do that, they can't. Oh, but baby zombies could too, so I have to be extra paranoid. Alright, my inventory is pretty well stocked. I have my saplings, I have my oak. I'll get that on the bars, I might as well. Some bones, some arrows, leather in case you need to make backup armor, and everything's pretty much set. So, I hope you explored everything up to this point. I did. The challenges start here. So, this is the first mini cave. It's really not that hard. There's a couple spawners, some more loot. So, it's pretty nice. A nice, kind of easy introduction cave. Oh, there's a chicken. I forgot that, now chickens spawn with baby zombie jockeys, I think. It was a new change in 1.7, I think. Maybe I'm mistaken, but that's something that's now implemented into the game, so I don't know if there's any way to make a farm or whatever out of that, but I guess that's one chicken for me. Break a couple of these for some XP. In this map, you don't get the enchantment table until intersection 3, but there's anvils and a bunch of books that are available for early level armor upgrading, so that's pretty nice. I'll get some of this coal for later, just to always have some. And then in my first map, I didn't use an ender chest system because that was really, it was a while ago, like last summer, before ender chests were basically common in every CTM map. So I wasn't really sure if I was going to do that, but in this map, I do have an ender chest at every intersection. So if I have a steady supply of coal in there, I'll always be able to make torches. I won't have to farm charcoal or anything to make them, so really convenient, really cuts down on the time that you would have to waste farming this stuff, so it's pretty nice. Okay. And here we have a fire protection 2, blast protection 2 chest piece. It's pretty good. And I'll put it on. Might as well get the best stuff out now. A little bit more of this coal. If I need it, I'll come back for it. I don't need to grab all of it, but there's a few blocks here that I'm just going to leave for now. And that's because we are here at intersection 1. The intersection itself is over a little pool of lava, so just another scare tactic I use. Okay, just a nice precarious staircase above the lava. Always what you want to do with your inventory of everything. And I'm just going to take this pretty slow. So intersection 1, pretty simple. I just basically used a simple brush stroke to do this. I didn't even polish it up because I think it looks kind of nice. I did this for several intersections, just kind of a single brush stroke. It ends up looking pretty nice because it's even. The terrain is shaped evenly on each side, and while asymmetrical intersections look really good too. I think I went with a theme of more symmetrical ones for this map, which looks alright. So I'm going to store most of this stuff away here for later. Stuff I don't need for right now. Might as well cook that up. An egg. I don't really need an egg. Backup chests and sticks, bones, armor, food. I'll take most of this food with me. I'll take the crafting table as well. And a little bit of wood. A little bit of wood never hurts. Okay. Basically, I think I'm ready. There's something up there. I think it's a if you can see that gravel up there. There's a I think if I remember correctly, maybe a piece of armor and some food, something like that. Not insanely good, but there's no point in me going up there and getting it. So we're at intersection 1, and I think now that I've explored and talked a little bit about the starting areas of the map, I think it'd be a good place to stop. I'm going to look at the intersection names and just show them off real quick. This white wool here is Stoplight Garden. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention these signs here. Credit goes to AMLEP for the idea of using carpets to represent the wool in front of each area. This was something that was originally in Uncharted Territory 3, which I thought was a really cool idea because it, judging by the names, it's not often very easy to tell what area to go into first, but by putting this here, people who want to go directly in order can. People who are looking for a challenge earlier off the bat can take on the magenta wool or the orange wool before the white wool, and you know, it gives you the option. It gives you more certainty in how the difficulty of the areas and things like that. So white wool is Spotlight Garden. Magenta, which is the third wool, is Dead Man's River, and the orange wool, which is the second wool, is the Frosty Cavern. So I think next time I'm going to start with the Spotlight Garden. I'm probably going to go in order for this this DevCom, so that's what I'm going to end up doing. But I'm going to just sleep here, get organized for the next episode, and I will catch you guys later. So I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of my Outskirts of Sanity 2 developer commentary, and I will see you in the next episode, guys. Thanks.